This is just to stretch it out after you've been doing yard work, gardening, whatever it is you're up to. Okay, I love these stretches. They're great stretches for the end of the day as well. Okay, when you're doing a lot of yard work, a lot of raking, you're using a lot of twist muscles. So we want to get in and stretch the sidelines of the body. So we'll come in to a half circle, leg comes around. I love to use a block here, hand coming down, and then just reaching it up and arcing the ribs up. Now, if you didn't like being on your shin, you could certainly do this standing with this hand against a wall, okay, which is another one that I teach quite frequently. Just thinking about the body between two panes of glass now. It's just stretching out to the side. If you had a shoulder that didn't like to do this, okay, you could always bring it up here. So just making space here, bringing the breath into the side waist. One more breath. And switching sides. Such a great stretch. Strong in that bottom arm, body's between two panes of glass. We could be here lifting up. We want to get the sense that the waist is arcing up towards the ceiling. Connect into your breath. Try not to let your head hang, but pick it up a little bit here. Try to keep it in as much alignment as you can, and let the outside edge of the long leg, so this foot here, keep the outside edge of that foot nice and heavy. That's a nice anchor. Think shin for the bent leg as opposed to knee. And if you're feeling your knees, do the standing hand up against the wall. Let's do 2 more breaths. Nice work. Good. Bringing it down. All right. We'll come down onto our backs now. I love this series of hip sway, figure 4, and then a little bit of strap stretching. So if you have a strap, you'll need that. You could take the belt, you could use a belt, you could take the belt off your robe. Okay. So bring yourself down onto the mat. And then if you have a low back or knee issue, you're going to keep your knees and ankles together. And if you don't, maybe you're going to look at your feet going mat width apart. And then just let your knees go one way. So if they're together, it's going to look like this. And if you're not coming to the floor, you can always block underneath. And the arms can go out to the side, palms up, or they can go up and overhead. We want to think about this top knee reaching a little bit towards the wall in front of us. Get a nice stretch in through the hips and the front of the thigh. Then just let the backs of your shoulders relax on the mat. And 5 more breaths here. It's such a beautiful, relaxing stretch as well. And 1 more breath. And bring it up and go the other way. Move your block if that's what you need. Take your arms down to the sides if that's what you need. But think about opening up through the front of the chest as well. That knee is going to reach a little bit as we get some length to the front of the thigh and the hip. We do a lot of crouching when we're gardening. So just bringing that breath into the side waist here just feels fabulous. And just smile here because your body's happy that you're stretching it out. And last breath. Bring it back to center now. Grab your strap. Just strap up your right foot, whichever, and lengthen it long.
So rather than pulling the leg forward, I want you to think about letting the pelvis, the back, okay, your butt cheeks get really heavy. And then let your heel reach up towards the ceiling. Get a nice calf stretch there. Take your strap out. And as you exhale, start to bring the leg forward, nice and slow. Look for the beginning of that stretch. So often we just pull right to our end range. And there's so much value, there's that beginning subtleness of the stretch. So just thinking about your leg bone growing heavy in your hip joint. Opposite knee can be bent or you can lengthen it long. Really depends on you. I'm going to show bent today. Just let the backs of your shoulders relax and connect into your breath. We'll do 4 more breaths here. And then take your ankle across your knee in a figure 4 stretch. So you've made a 4 with your legs. Some of you will hang out here, flex this foot, so there's a little more support to the knee. And then some of you will come up, wrap your hands around your thighs. I've also found that bringing this leg up, putting it against the wall, on the coffee table, on the sofa, can be really helpful as well. So you want to feel that stretch into the side of the hip, up the back of the leg a little bit. Let go of any tension in your jaw. Last 4 breaths here. Just removing your strap and strapping up the other foot. Again, take it out. Let both butt cheeks grow really heavy. Reach through the heel towards the ceiling and then just slowly draw the leg forward. Just till you feel the beginning of the stretch. And think about letting go of tension in the pelvis. Okay, so the pelvis is going to lay heavier as opposed to when we're here. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not what we're doing. Okay. And just notice, especially for those of you that pull through to your end range. Okay, what lives here at the beginning? Last 4 breaths. And ankle across the knee here, figure 4. Maybe you're going to leave it here. Maybe you're going to take it up. Just noticing what feels good for you. Let the backs of the shoulders grow heavy. Just lightly close your eyes and let yourself surrender to your breath. Not only are we stretching here, but we're also calming the nervous system. Last 2 breaths here. And slowly take it down. Remove the strap. Let's draw both knees into the chest for some low back circles, one way and then the other. And you can either roll it over onto your side or rock and roll yourself up to seated. So just to recap, it's a half circle. We did at the beginning. Okay, you can do on your shin or you can do up against the wall. Then we did a hip sway, either knees, ankles together, or feet can be
mat width apart if that feels good for you, a figure 4, and a hamstring stretch with the strap. Okay, a great way to open up through your hips, stretch your body out, post yard work, quick, simple, you're in, you're out, right? My motto this year, or my mantra this year, is simplify, simplify, simplify. Basically, it's showing up on a consistent basis that creates the change. All right, so give it a try. I'd love to hear how you make out with it. Let me know in the comments, and have an incredible week. Namaste.